Unstoppable force. Sabalenka's epic 19-match winning streak at Wuhan. Fire Swiatek and Gauff shine too. The city of Wuhan was buzzing again, not with cars or commerce, but with tennis thunder. The Optics Valley International Tennis Center shimmered under the evening lights, filled with the echoes of cheers, chants, and the unmistakable rhythm of power meeting destiny. At the heart of it all stood Aryna Sabalenka, the Belarusian warrior whose fiery energy could light up an entire stadium. Her every grunt was a battle cry, her every victory a statement. And now, she stood on the verge of history, a 19-match winning streak, the longest of her career, the kind of dominance not seen since Serena's golden years. The world was watching. Wuhan was trembling. And tennis, once again, had found its unstoppable force. The rise of the hurricane. Sabalenka's story in 2025 wasn't written in elegance. It was written in explosion. While other players glided, Aryna stormed. While others whispered, she roared. Her dominance began months ago in Madrid, where she ripped through the draw without dropping a set. Then came Rome, Paris, and Toronto, each victory adding another layer of invincibility. By the time she arrived in Wuhan, her aura was electric. Fans called her the Iron Butterfly. Commentators called her the modern Serena. But to Sabalenka, labels meant nothing. "I'm not chasing comparisons," she said before her first match. "I'm chasing the limit of what I can be." The first wave, cracks in the silence. Her Wuhan campaign began against Caroline Garcia, the French shotmaker with elegance for miles. Garcia took an early lead, breaking Sabalenka in the first game. For a moment, the crowd smelled blood, but Aryna wasn't rattled. She stared down Garcia, eyes cold, jaw set, and unleashed serves that hit 199 kilometers per hour, thunderbolts wrapped in rage. In just over an hour, the match was over. 6-3, 6-1. Her streak was now at 15 straight wins, and her roar echoed to the Wuhan air like a lion marking its territory. The rivals began to stir. While Sabalenka's dominance stole headlines, the next generation was also making noise. Iga Swiatek, the quiet storm from Poland, was in vintage form, precise, philosophical, and untouchable when in rhythm. In her first 3 matches, she lost only 7 games total. Meanwhile, Swiatek Gauff, the American heartbeat, was igniting the crowd with her energy and confidence. Her backhands cracked like whips. Her movement was art in motion. All 3 women were on a collision course. 3 styles, 3 philosophies, 3 empires ready to clash. Sabalenka's philosophy, chaos as order. After a quarterfinal win over Elena Rybakina, Sabalenka was asked what drove her. She laughed. "It's simple. I play like my heart's on fire." Her honesty disarmed everyone. She wasn't calculating. She wasn't overanalyzing. She was raw passion made flesh. Sports psychologists had long said that Sabalenka's greatest weapon, her emotion, could also be her undoing. But not this year. In 2025, she'd mastered it. Her rage had rhythm. Her chaos had choreography. Every scream was focused. Every shot had a purpose. And that transformation was terrifying to her opponents. Swiatek's quiet revolution. On the other side of the draw, Iga Swiatek was creating poetry. Her footwork was a whisper. Her forehand, a blade. Her game was control in its purest form. Where Sabalenka burned, Swiatek breathed. Where Aryna roared, Iga meditated. Yet their journeys were destined to converge. During practice sessions, whispers spread among journalists. They're on opposite sides of the draw. If they both win, the final could be historic. And in the player lounge, Swiatek Gauff watched their matches from the corner of her eye, quietly plotting. "Everyone's talking about Aryna and Iga," Coco said with a smirk. "But don't count me out. I've beaten them both before." She wasn't wrong. The quarterfinals, Gauff awakens. Coco's quarterfinal was against Daria Kasatkina, the crafty Russian who played like a chess master. It was a clash of creativity and chaos. Kasatkina used spins, slices, and sudden angles to pull Coco off balance. But Gauff's athleticism was too much. Her legs moved like thunderclouds rolling in. After a tight first set, Coco erupted. 4-6, 6-3, 6-1. The crowd loved her energy. She smiled, waved, and shouted, "Let's go." Her momentum was real, and deep down, she hoped for what every fan now wanted, a semifinal against Sabalenka. Semifinal day. 3 queens, 1 kingdom. The semifinals of the Wuhan Open 2025 were something no scriptwriter could improve. Match 1. IGA Swiatek versus Jabeur. Beauty and strategy, emotion and balance. Match 2. Aryna Sabalenka versus Swiatek Gauff. Fire versus fire. The first match was a masterclass. Swiatek neutralized Jabeur's tricks with surgical precision, winning 6-4, 6-2. Then came the second semifinal, a match that would light the internet on fire. The clash, Coco versus Aryna. The stand shook. American flags waved. Belarusian banners danced. Coco started with fury, breaking Aryna in the first game. She ran like lightning, screamed with joy, and punched the air. But Aryna smiled. That kind of smile that said, "I've seen this movie before." She broke back. Then again. Every rally was chaos incarnate. Gauff's defense versus Sabalenka's relentless aggression. Coco absorbed, countered, improvised. Aryna pounded, screamed, and unleashed backhands that whistled through the air like missiles. At 5-5, 30-30, a 29-shot rally ended with a Gauff forehand long by a hair's width. Aryna turned to her box and shouted, "Let's go." She broke, then served it out. First set, 7-5. Coco wasn't done. In the second set, she raised her level. Precise returns, aces down the tee, and a forehand that glowed. 6-3, Gauff. The final set became something transcendental. Rallies of 20, 30, even 40 shots. Sabalenka roaring, Gauff grinning. At 4-4, Aryna found another gear. She hit 3 consecutive winners that looked impossible. Forehands that split the baseline. A backhand up the line that drew gasps. 6-4. Match over. Her 19th straight win. Coco walked over and hugged her. "You're insane," she said, laughing breathlessly. Sabalenka grinned. "You too." The final everyone dreamed of. The next night, Sabalenka faced Swiatek, the 2 best players in the world, the storm and the sea. Commentators called it a battle of philosophies. The ripple effect. Wuhan had witnessed something magical, not just dominance, but evolution. Sabalenka's aggression had matured into artistry. Swiatek's calm had become contagious. Gauff's energy had become electric once again. And together, they had revived something tennis had been missing for years. Rivalry with respect, fire with friendship, passion with purpose. The sport had new queens, and their thrones were built not on ego, but on excellence. Epilogue, beyond the numbers. Months later, as the year ended, Sabalenka stood under the cold lights of the WTA Finals trophy ceremony. Her streak had finally ended at 22 matches, but the record wasn't what mattered anymore. She looked into the crowd, at her opponents, her fans, her coach, and smiled. Every match taught me something. From IGA, I learned patience. From Coco, I learned courage. From myself, I learned to trust the noise inside. She raised her trophy high. Behind her, Gauff clapped proudly. Swiatek smiled with quiet grace. In that moment, there were no rivals, only warriors who had turned tennis into poetry. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.